Okay, hi everyone, welcome to Self-Care Sunday. So again, just gonna wait a moment just for everybody to rejoin because I had to restart. Okay, hi Rupi, thanks for joining in. Thank you Banasil, great to see you. So like I said, today I'm going to be talking about heartbreak and healing. Two big topics, but how self-care can really help you move through heartbreak. So first of all, with heartbreak, I'm sure many of us have experienced heartbreak, right? And that can come in all sorts of different shapes, forms, and experiences. So if you have been through heartbreak, it could be that you've broken up with somebody, that you have broken up with a partner or broken up with a friend even. You could have been separated, gone through a divorce. Heartbreak could even involve like actually losing someone, physically losing someone, and the grief that comes with that and dealing with that. And I think also when you actually go through a heartbreak and you break up with someone, I think that also comes with living loss, where you lose somebody, they might still be alive, but you've lost them. So you've got to deal with all the emotions that come with that, and that can also look like grief, and it can come through waves and emotions of grief that we need to deal with. So today, what I wanted to do in order to work through heartbreak, I think there's about like 4 or 5 steps, which it's a process, like it's all going to take time. But I think these are steps that have definitely helped me, and I really want to help you and offer these to you too. And I also feel like there's so much going on when we do move through heartbreak. There is like so many emotions and feelings, and we can easily just get busy and get really busy with the outside world and not deal with those feelings and emotions, and then it becomes suppressed. And I think if they become suppressed, it can come out later on in life in ways that we don't want, or we can turn to things which aren't actually really going to benefit us. So other forms of escapism, maybe perhaps, could be drinking, drugs, whatever, comfort food, whatever it could be, right? So in order to try and like bring ourselves back home to ourselves, we do need to move through the heartbreak and to go in and feel the feelings. And I know that's can be really intense, but you have to be gentle with yourself. So I'm going to take you through these steps that you can incorporate into your life. And I think I hope they help you, and you can just let me know your thoughts. You can add comments as we go along as well. And I know there's a few people who've joined in, so thank you so much. Thanks Varsha, Polly, thanks Ange, Mrs. Brooks. Yeah, thank you so much. So just add comments as I go through it if you need to ask me a question. Okay, so if you've been through a heartbreak, and this doesn't mean you've been through a heartbreak recently, it could have been something that's happened in the past, but you know that you haven't like dealt with the emotions and the feelings, okay? Because perhaps you don't even know how to, right? And I think a lot of us actually don't know how to deal with it. So you can still work on this now. So maybe you broke up with someone like 10 years ago, but the feelings are all still there. You haven't been able to move on from it. So now you can take the time and empower yourself to move on from it. So the first step that I'd say is to set some boundaries for yourself. So you are really important, you are really valuable, and you need to take care of yourself and your energy and who you put yourself around. So if you're putting yourself into spaces where people are not showing you the love and respect that you deserve, you don't need to be in that space, right? Especially if you are going through this sensitive time of heartbreak, you need to be around people that are going to show you love, appreciation, and respect. So you need to set some boundaries, and that could be just a clear no, I don't want to be around this person, or it could be just stepping back and not being around certain people for periods of time. So you need to just analyze it, and you need to be confident in your decision that you're going to put yourself first, and you're only going to put yourself around people who can lift you up and give you the energy and the support that you need. And I know that can be really intense, and it can be really hard to be confident to say that, but just know that you're on like a healing journey, and in order to take care of yourself, you just need to step back, and you need to provide that comfort for yourself and to put yourself within spaces where you are going to feel loved and appreciated. So, okay, so first of all, you need to set those boundaries. And I remember as well, and you need to be around people who are gonna understand what you're going through. So I remember when I was going through my heartbreak, and it was all very, right at the beginning, and I was invited to a wedding, one of my closest friends' wedding, and I was so happy for her, so happy for her. And then towards the end of the wedding, I was sat with one of my other friends, and I just felt like all the waves of the emotions of my own breakup, so my divorce with my husband. And it was like, I just couldn't hold back my tears. Like towards the end of the day, like I was so happy for my friend who was getting married, but I just felt the sadness for myself, and like the tears just flew down my eyes, like, and I couldn't even stop. So I had to like leave for a moment, like take some space for myself. And my friend, one of my friends, she came with me, and she just stood next to me, and like she didn't have to say anything. She didn't have to do anything. She was just there. And I think she probably rubbed my back a little bit. And she was just there in the moment, and she held space. And I think when you are going through a heartbreak, you need people like that who can hold space. And I know that she has dealt with a lot in her life. And I know she's already like healed, and she's working through her own healing. So I think it's like, you need to be around people who have already done the inner work, and that they can actually stand next to you and hold space for you. And there's not many people who can do that, really. It's only those people who've actually moved through their own stuff. So I just remember that, and I just remember those are the people that I need in my life. And if you resonate with that, like, yeah, let me know. Like, Rupa, you've put like a heart down. I think it's like you need those people in your life who can be there for you, like in those difficult times. And those people who can't be there for you, that's okay. They can't be there for you, and you need to step back and take some time for yourself. So whatever your form of heartbreak is, just know that you need to set yourself some boundaries and value yourself, and put yourself into places where you are going to be loved and appreciated and respected and nurtured and held as well. Like, especially if it's really raw, you need to be held, okay? And then step 2, I'd say, is to cleanse and clear your energy. And there's lots of ways you can do this. So if you've been through a heartbreak, like I said, you really need to take care of yourself. Now, we still need to go out and be in the world. Like, obviously, I've said we've talked about boundaries, but we still need to get on with our day, get out and about, do our thing, be around lots of people. But we need to cleanse and clear our energy so that we can stay focused on ourselves. If we're around lots of people, we're going to be picking up on their energies, their feelings, their emotions. So, for example, if you're going through something like grief, you're dealing with your own grief and your own emotions, and perhaps you need to be around other people who have lost the person too, and they're grieving too. But you might take on their heaviness and their emotions too, which is understandable, right? But you then want to cleanse it and clear it so that you're only then healing and focusing on yourself. And there's different ways you can do this. So just a couple of examples are, you can use selenite crystal. And I have a selenite crystal wand. It's like a long crystal. It's white and clear in color. And I almost use that to like wand myself. So if I've been around a lot of people, and just like cleanse my energy. You can also have like sticks of selenite and keep it by the door, the front door, so that as soon as you walk into the door, if you've been out, it will just cleanse and clear your energy completely. And then you can also do things to cleanse your energy, like Epsom salt baths. If you don't have a bath, like I only have a shower actually. So I use like the Himalayan salt shower gel that can kind of clear you out as well and cleanse your energy. So it's really important that you do that for yourself, because like I said, you don't want to be carrying someone else's energy when you're already trying to deal with your own heartbreak, your own emotions and your own feelings. You really need to be able to cleanse that energy off yourself if you picked up energy from somebody else, so that you can come back to yourself and you can deal with the emotions and feelings that you're feeling because of your heartbreak, okay? So that's cleansing and clearing your energy. So step 3 from that is then to ground. So to ground your energy. And this is like, and these steps don't have to be done in order. They're just things that you need to just incorporate into your life if you're going through heartbreak. So another step for you, or an option to take, is to ground. And I know like grounding is such a like big word. Everybody's, you know, using this word. We need to ground, but what is grounding? So it's really like coming out of the anxiety and the worry and all the thoughts in our head, and coming into the space of the body, the breath, and the present moment, and really feeling a deep connection to yourself. And I think when we're ungrounded, like I know when I'm ungrounded, I will make the wrong decisions, choices, I say the wrong things, and I almost like disconnect from myself. Like I almost become somebody I don't want to be, and I disconnect from who I want to be. I want to be grounded into being Jaina and being confident in who I am, saying the right things, not always like the right things, but saying and things that are my truth and what I believe in. And like obviously if we do say the wrong things, or we do the wrong things, or we make the wrong decisions, we need to come into the space of the heart and have compassion for ourselves. But if we learn to ground, there's gonna be sort of less, you're gonna stay in your path. You're not gonna go off in different directions. Yeah, you're gonna be true to yourself when you're grounded. So there's lots of ways you can ground. Doing yoga is definitely going to help you to ground, and sort of more mat-based practices. So when you're close to the ground, try and practice yoga on the ground floor to connect to the earth. You can walk in nature, walk on grass, walk in nature, and then walk on grass like when it's sunny and hot, and connect your feet into the earth. Meditations are going to be really grounding. So there's lots of different ways of grounding, and maybe just have a look like online about grounding, see what you can find, see what you can do, and I'm sure I will share more on that practice as well. So that was like step 3, and again, these aren't steps, but these are just like little processes that you can put into your life as you move through your heartbreak. So number 4 is like, take time for yourself to feel your emotions. And this is like, can be so hard. It can be so hard, and we all like don't want to face it sometimes. Like the hurt and the pain, like it is so like difficult, but you can do it. Like if I can do it, you can do it, right? You're not alone. And you just need to like sit with it and take time and know that it's just a process, and you're going to move through it and come out of it. But in order to feel the feelings, there's lots of different ways you can feel them in a way that is going to be safe and comfortable for you. So for example, you could do some journaling, and I always like tend to start my journaling with I feel ... Write down all my feelings, all my thoughts, all my emotions, everything that I'm experiencing. Don't worry about who's going to read it. No one's going to read it. It's only you. And just get it all out onto a piece of paper. And then afterwards, you can just either rip it up, burn it, or put it into the compost. Yeah, just kind of get everything out of your body and onto the piece of paper and out. And just put, it's not happening to you, it happens for you to help you grow. Yeah, so the heartbreak, whatever heartbreak you're going through, whatever you're experiencing, yeah, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. So this is all part of your spiritual journey and your evolution and your soul growth. And I know, like, as I say that, and even as I say that myself, mentally in my head, I can be like, okay, I get that. I totally get that. But my heart is like, I don't want to be feeling this. This is feeling like, oh, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be in this pain. So it's like you've got to try and get your head and your heart to connect and work together. And that's a process, like doesn't take time. But if you can do all these steps that I'm talking to you about, this will help your head and your heart to connect so that you can get to a space where your heart has moved through the pain. And this is a journey. Like, I can't tell you that it's going to take 3 days and your heart is going to heal and you're going to feel joy and happiness forever now. Like, it's not like that. It's a process. It's an ongoing process. So going back to, you know, taking the time to feel. So journaling's good. Whenever you feel like you need to cry, like cry. Like earlier on I told you about like where tears were just coming out of my eyes. I couldn't even like stop them. And allow that. Like, don't hold back. And wherever you are, like, if you feel like those tears are coming and you're like in a public space or something, just get yourself to a bathroom, wherever, or just cry. Like, I feel like we should just be able to just express our emotions wherever we are. Just like let those tears come out, and release them. It's just so releasing. And these, like, when I say cry, it's almost like these tears are like, yeah, they're like releasing tears. Like, it's almost like they're just coming out, and cleansing you and clearing you. So allow space to cry. Don't hold back from your tears. And then, so there's obviously lots of other ways that you can deal with your feelings. So you can speak to a counsellor, a therapist. Really good. I do that often, and it really helps me. And then you can, do your yoga practice. Like, so when you do like asana yoga practice and you're moving through your body, you might feel like certain emotions come up as you like step 1 foot forward, and you know, you're in pigeon pose or something, and you're opening up your hip and you realize there's just like tears coming out of my eyes right now, not because of the physical pain, but like the emotional pain. And I just find that yoga has such a way of like getting into the body and getting to the emotions that we store in our body to release them. So sometimes when you are practicing yoga, you might feel that emotional release. So make sure you practice yoga if you can. You can like definitely advocate doing other forms of exercise. So if you're going to the gym or swimming or all of that, like definitely move and exercise your body. The difference with yoga is it just works at like a deeper level. Like, it really does. And especially when you combine it with the breathing, the meditation and the relaxation, you're getting like an all-round practice for your entire being, not just the physical body. Yeah. And then lastly, number 5 is just do things to nourish yourself. So whatever lifts you up and makes you feel good during these times. So seeing your friends, seeing people that you want to be around, and if you have the energy to like go out and go out for dinner or something with your friends, to cook healthy meals for yourself, try and like nourish yourself well. You know, if you feel like you just need to switch off and you just need to watch like Netflix for like an hour, like do that. If you feel like you just need to escape, like don't let it be so heavy. Try to lighten the load, like, because it is like, I think when we go through heartbreak, it is just heavy, like, and the emotions and the feelings are really heavy. So do like factor in time for things to get to be light, to be easier, or to be more joyful, even though you might not feel it, like you might not feel the joy at the time. But if you can almost just escape from your life for a moment by just watching whatever you're watching on TV, then just do that. And then just keep connecting to nature. Like, nature is so healing. Like, whatever it is, walking outside, go to the woods, the forest, get to the beach. You know, if you're abroad or somewhere, you can swim in the sea, do that, cleanse your whole body with the sea water. Whatever you can do to just connect to nature. So that kind of covers like the steps, and they're not steps, they're just practices. So 5 practices that you can implement into your life. And like I said, this might not take, it's not a quick fix. I can't guarantee it's going to heal you overnight. It's a process. It could take 1 year, 2 years. Like, I have been probably going through this experience for the last 2 years. And am I there? Am I feeling like really healed and joyful and happy? I'm closer to it. I definitely say I'm closer to it. I'm still working on it. And I definitely feel way more connected to myself. I definitely feel a greater love, appreciation and value and respect for myself. And I think that's really important. So I hope this helped you. It'd be great to have any comments or anything. If anybody wants to say anything, just put it down below. I'm also going to save this video and put it onto my profile page, so you can rewatch it, or please do send it to people that you know that are going through heartbreak or have been through a heartbreak and just don't know how to move through their feelings and emotions. Shittle said, wow, thank you so much, Shana. Thank you, Shittle, for joining in. I hope it really helped you through your journey. And yeah, so I'll save it to my profile page, and please, yeah, share it with people you know who might find it of benefit. Also, just lastly, if you go to my link, oh, Ange said, so proud of you. Thank you, Ange. If you go to my link on my bio, I've got like a little takeaway gift for you all. So if you sign up to it, it's just 5 steps to create a life full of love. So download that, and I hope that will help you through the journey too. I'll be back here next Sunday as well for another Self-Care Sunday session with you. And yeah, just stay connected with me here on Instagram, and we'll talk more about self-care and what we can do, and so that we can all heal our hearts and feel a deep sense of love and joy for ourselves. So have a wonderful Sunday, sending you so much love, and I will be back soon.